Hi guys. That is probably the most annoying introduction thing. I can't help it. I'm just like, hi guys. So happy Monday. It is a Monday. My hair looks crazy. I have not brushed it at all. Also, I wore this special shirt featuring some spit up just for you guys. So, I just wanted to make a video mostly because last you guys heard I had switched to 50 milligrams and my anxiety was doing okay. So there has been a few changes and events that are kind of affecting it, somewhat in a negative way, I guess. So, okay, school. So I'll start off with that. So my first test for my first course is coming up. And so, of course, I'm like, oh my gosh, I need to remember everything. Because usually I can study. The second that I take the test, I'm just like I have no idea what where the answers are, or if I even studied them, or what is that word? And then I'm just like, I thought this was a test on personal training, not a test on Spanish. Just kidding. But I'm actually really bad at test taking just because I get really nervous. My hair looks insanely red. It is it's not red, I swear. It's not. It's it's blonde, but this filter makes it look red. But it semi hides the bags under my eyes, which is cool. But anyways, so that has actually been kind of stressing me out. I have had some issues in class where, again, I can't remember if I mentioned this on my previous video, but when we are discussing the topic, sometimes I'll get not necessarily stuck, but I'll just kind of zone out. And it's hard for me to not only listen to what my teacher's saying, but kind of it's hard for me to be as involved as I usually am, just because I'm trying to focus on what she just said and trying to retain as much information as possible. But I think she understands, because sometimes I'll just be like, what did you just say? Or like, hey, can you re-explain that? And, she's really accommodating with it. So she's awesome. But other than that, so that's got me a little bit anxious, a little bit more anxious than I would probably if I was on the 100 milligrams. I'm also more aware of it. So that's good too, because I've always been aware of my anxiety, but it was kind of like, oh, I'm about to have an anxiety attack. Let me go have one. Excuse me, it's nap time. The baby's taking a nap, and I should be napping with her, but instead I am doing extra credit homework for more hours for school, since my school goes by hours and grades, obviously. But so yeah, so before I would just kind of be like, oh, I'm gonna have an anxiety attack, let me get it out of the way, let it kind of run its course, and then just kind of go on throughout the course of the day. But now I'm more aware of things that are kind of bugging me or triggering it, or things like that. I have had some of those I guess the OCD tendencies that come along with my anxiety, where I feel like I need to have control over something. Just like last night, I just started cleaning, going through clothes and going through my closet and, that whole thing. And I'm not picking at my ear or anything. It's just my earring is itchy, so I'm making sure that nothing comes out, because I still did just get it pierced a month ago or whatever. But anyways, so I'm playing with that. Just kidding. Okay, so other than that, the only thing that has kind of been triggering my anxiety kind of bad was I've been having problems with my car with the ignition. So it actually took a dump on me the other day and just stopped working completely. It wouldn't turn on. So something with the starter, it was a Ford Escape. If you know why, entice me, tempt me with answers. But anyways, so I go to class Monday and Wednesdays from 5:30 to 10:30, and we got out of class early, so we got out at 10:10, and we were parked in a parking garage because we were at the gym at that point. And I noticed that one eyeliner is a little bit darker than the other, so it looks like this lid is like this. and this one's like this. Well, anyways, so so we were in a parking garage, and everyone else left, and I was like stuck in the parking garage because the car wouldn't start for like 40 minutes. And then finally it was just like, I'm gonna work now. So then I drove home, obviously. So the next day we went to go look at cars, and of course we ended up buying one like right then and there. So that gave me a little bit of anxiety, because my husband started like doing a budget and like writing down what we owe for bills and stuff like that. And then so he got kind of stressed because we're a one family income, because I'm going to school and taking care of the baby. Excuse me. And so he got stressed, and that gave me anxiety, because sometimes when he's in a bad mood, or he's stressed, or I feel like overwhelmed, I'll have the tendency to think that it's my fault, even if it's like clearly not. I'll just have a tendency to be like, what did I do, type thing. I don't know why. It's a bad habit. I'm obviously working on it. But yeah, so that's something that has been giving me anxiety, is just because I don't want him to feel overwhelmed or stressed because of something that, I don't know. I don't want to say it doesn't matter, but I mean, we don't, as much as he thinks we struggle, we don't struggle as much as we could be. So I'm looking on the more positive side, and it's hard for him to not be focused on other things. But yeah, so that kind of gave me a little bit of anxiety, just because, again, I didn't want him to feel overwhelmed, because then that kind of rolls into my mood, which sucks. I mean, if I'm having a good day and he comes home and it is like hating life, then I just get upset and I'm like me. But yeah. Other than that, I have noticed that my mood, sometimes like during the day, like this looks weird. Sometimes during the day, like I'll be completely okay. And then like, he'll come home and he'll, start hanging out with the baby. And I'll just go into the room and kind of like woosa. For some reason, it hasn't happened a lot, but it has happened in the past week, probably like twice, where I've just been like, I'm gonna go in the room by myself and just hang out for a little bit. I noticed that I've been cleaning like a lot. Like today I just cleaned, and it was like the whole shebang, like laundry, vacuuming, and cleaning the stove, the inside of the microwave, like Q-tipping everything. Not literally, but just about equivalent to that. Just like last night, again, I moved like everything around in Charlotte's room and in our room by myself. And my husband's like, what are you doing? And I'm just like, oh, like some feng shui stuff. Like, I'm just moving everything. Like, no idea why. I just have a tendency to do it. And I think a lot of the times, because sometimes when my feelings or like my anxiety feels like it's gonna get out of control, I have to have like that little tidbit of like, no, I'm not completely out of control, because I have control over this one situation. So there's times too where like I'll have anxiety and I'll just start cooking, like, or cleaning has always been my big thing. So even if when I lived with my mother, I would start cleaning and she would come home and be like, what's wrong? Like, what's going on? But that's like a tick, I guess, that kind of helps stifle it. So yeah, I am back down to 50 milligrams. I don't feel completely like, but I can definitely tell that going down half of the dosage is kind of affecting me, but not too bad. Like, it really hasn't been too bad. So anyways, on to the next thing. I got a new car. Like I said, I got a 2014 Honda Accord, which is funny because I went in wanting like a Toyota Tacoma, but walked out with a Honda Accord. But the guy was so nice and so helpful, so it just made it that much easier to leave with a Honda Accord versus, a Toyota Tacoma. But yeah, so there's that. what else has been going on? Thanksgiving, and this will be our first Thanksgiving with Charlotte, so that's really exciting. Obviously, Halloween passed, and she just turned 3 months. So, like, what are we gonna do on Halloween? Like, with a 3-month-old? Yeah. So we just ended up staying home and just hanging out early. Actually, no, we didn't. We went and bought a car. That's when we bought our car, was on Halloween. What else? Teething. Mama's teething. So Peanut is teething. And as of right now, we've been using Baby Gannick's teething gel pods. So it's like it's clove oil, and it has a little bit, I think, of stevia, just to kind of make it a little bit more tolerant, because clove is like a really potent thing. So it's just an all natural organic I guess numbing thing for their gums. She hates the taste of it, but I mean, like I said, it's really potent. So I'll just rub it on her gums, because it's on her bottom gums. So I'll rub it on there, and then she's just like she's just like, what do I do with this? Like, I don't want to swallow that. But it's so funny. So we've been doing that. We also got like this little finger toothbrush, so we'll just like rub her gums. Or we've been putting our fingers, like, not under her shirts, but under like the burp cloth, and just having her like chew on her fingers. So that's been helping too. Everyone's like, oh, freeze this and put it on her teeth, but she has never really liked teething toys. It always has to be something that's like deliberately like in her mouth. Like, it can't be like those round rings, because she's like this and she'll just like shove it out with her tongue. So we have just been using anything that's equivalent to that we can stick in her mouth, that we obviously have more control over, like her finger, like a burp cloth with her finger under it, you know, that kind of thing. I did order her 2 little toothbrush things that she can hold, but again, it's something that we both have to be attentive with her, because we don't want her being like, yeah, that's horrible. We also have been working with her on rolling over, so she can roll to her side, but I think like the commitment of rolling like onto the other side, like her belly or her back, she's kind of like, because you can kind of tell in her face, like right when she gets it, she's like, but other than that, we'll hold her up, and she'll stand on her legs for a long time before her legs are kind of like, they'll buckle or unbuckle. But yeah, so she's been doing great. She holds her bottle, like, it's so amazing, like how fast she's doing all this stuff. And I'm just like praying that she says mama first. Like, my husband will be gone, and I'm like, mama, 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 instead of her being like, da, 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 da. So I'm like, please say mom first. Like, you already look like him. So if you could just say mama first, I'd be really happy about it. Other than that, that's pretty much a little update on what has been going on with school and obviously personal life and with Peanut. Let's see, what else? Oh, so my extra credit project, real fast, is going to be really fun. I have to write a 6-week workout. So if I have to make a scenario where I have a client who works out twice a week for 6 weeks. So I'm pretty excited about it, because I think, so I go to class Monday and Wednesdays, and so I go to the gym Monday, Wednesday. So then I figure if I write a workout for Tuesday, Thursday for me, then I could, you know, be going to the gym 4 times a week again. So that's exciting. So I'll probably jump on that. Other than that, it's a 6-week nutrition plan, so that will be fun as well. Also, an update on my diet. I have been pescatarian for the past, I think, like month now. I haven't eaten any meat aside from fish, so that's exciting. My body definitely feels better, for sure. What else? That's about it. I've just been eating a lot of rice, fish, asparagus, bell peppers, edamame galore. Other than that, I've gotten like the soy meat and just kind of cooked that with some veggies, and that's it. Like, that's all I really need. Other than that, it'll be interesting to see what happens for Thanksgiving, because my husband wants a ham and a turkey for just 2 people in the house. But it'll be fun because he knows how to cook a turkey and doesn't know how to cook a ham. And I know how to cook a ham, but I don't know how to cook a turkey. So that'll be interesting to share methods or whatever. So I might make a video once Halloween, once Thanksgiving comes up, just to kind of let you guys like dip your eyeballs into our lives. But yeah, so other than that, I am going to go wake Peanut up because she's sleeping and it's about time for her to have a bottle. I'll probably let her sleep for a little bit longer. I'm not just going to wake her up and be like, time to eat. So let her sleep for probably like another 10-15 minutes, and then I'm going to wake her up. Because if not, then she's going to be a little fussed about before we go to bed. Other than that, have a good rest of your day. I kind of want to post a video tomorrow with a at-home workout that you can do with resistance bands. So that'll be really fun, because it's something that was one thing that I used a lot when I was pregnant, was resistance bands, when I was able to work out. But other than that, everyone have a good day and stay beautiful. Bye.